Hi guys, welcome back to my video, and as promised I will be showing you guys how I make my own version of grow out oil. So right now I'm showing you my ingredients. That clear cup right there was coconut oil. This right here is sweet almond oil, and this right here is avocado oil. Right now that's a lot of oils, but you don't have to use this. This is because I have these laying around the house. One of the most important active ingredients is MSM. Like, one of my favorite oils for its, just how it affects your hair is castor oil. Rub the oil very awkwardly. And then you're going to need a measured applicator bottle. I just got this because it was going to be easier to show you guys the recipe using this. I got that from my local beauty supply store. And another important active ingredient, it's going to be biotin. I will explain later why it's in this cup of hot water. And let's get started with this recipe. So the first thing I want to do is show you how I actually got my biotin in a form where I can put it into the oil. So I went to Walmart and I bought these biotin soft liquid gels, and I was just like, I looked at the ingredients, and based on the ingredients I was like, oh, this should be oil soluble. So if I was able to get the biotin out of these little soft liquid gels, I should be able to put it in my oil and it mixed pretty well. So what I'm doing is I'm taking an X-Acto knife, I'm just puncturing this liquid gel and I'm squeezing it into the bottle. Now you don't have to get an X-Acto knife to this. You can get a needle or safety pin or anything. So what I noticed is it forms a very waxy candle wax substance when you squeeze it out. So I put it in very hot water and it melts. The only thing is that when you take it out of the hot water, it solidifies pretty immediately, which you're going to see in the video when I try and mix the liquid biotin into a cooler oil solution. It's going to like turn into a solid inside of the oil, which I kind of didn't expect, but I figured out a way around that. So now I'm just gonna start mixing my oils together. In all honesty, you do not need this many oils, but the OD product junkie that I am, which is like, oh, all these amazing hair oils, my scalp health is gonna be just out of this world. So what I'm gonna do is start this recipe off with castor oil. Now the container that I'm using is a 16-ounce applicator bottle, so I'm gonna start off with pouring about 4 ounces of castor oil into this bottle. I'm trying to get it as close as possible to 4 ounces, but my measurement was a little off. But you can never have too much castor oil. Castor oil is great for thickening your hair and increasing hair growth, and I stand by that 100%. Like, I've been using it for the last 2 years and I love it. The next oil I'm going to use, and I'm using 4 ounces of the oils I feel are most important. It's going to be coconut oil, and I think it's just all over the place. That coconut oil is just amazing for hair, your skin, scalp health. So I'm going to add another 4 ounces of this. So coconut oil and castor oil make up half of this little concoction of mine. So I would just say, if you want to just stick to a basic recipe, I would use coconut oil and olive oil just for their ease of, you can get them pretty readily at your local grocery store. And I forgot, so that's why olive oil magically teleported into the video. And right here I'm gonna add about, I think, 1 ounce of olive oil to begin. Oh, and drop oil all over the place, because I'm clumsy. So I'm gonna add 1 ounce of olive oil, which is a great oil for lubrication and conditioning, and it also blocks DHT, which prevents hair loss. So I'm going to add 1 ounce of that right now. I'm going to add more later, but for now I just need to get the oil in the container. So next is going to be another one of my favorite oils. It's going to be avocado oil. I love this oil because it's so rich and good fatty acids and omega-3, 6, 9s, and I just feel like my scalp is like yes every time I put it on. So I'm gonna add 2 ounces of that, and oil is just okay. So I'm gonna add 2 ounces of that. Hopefully I can get it as close to 2 ounces possible. Yeah, I actually got it at the time because it has like one of those little squeeze nozzles. And then the next oil I'm going to be adding is sweet almond oil. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, the only reason why I have this oil is because so many natural hair gurus and people on YouTube is like, oh, you need this oil, it's amazing. But it really is a good oil. Contains vitamin E, and it's very good for moisturizing. Even though it doesn't moisturize, it just makes everything feel moisturized. So I will be adding about, let me see, I will be adding, it's hard to tell from the video, but I'm adding 2 ounces of almond oil. That's what I'm adding. So now that I have all my oils in that I'm going to place in, at this moment, now it's going to be the part where I kind of figure out some things didn't go how I planned it to go, and I'm going to add my biotin. Now, the container contained 240 liquid gels, which came out to about 2 tablespoons of biotin, and I added all of that. So because I didn't know how much I had at the time, I used teaspoons. So right here you see me putting in 6 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons of biotin. Now if you pay close attention to the bottle, you can see as I'm pouring it in and the warm biotin is hitting the oil, it is solidifying in the oil mixture. I noticed this later when I shook it up, that instead of mixing in with the oil like I wanted it to, it just made like little white balls of biotin. So the next day when everything had settled, I put the oil mixture in the microwave for about 45 seconds, which was hot enough for the oil and the biotin to get hot enough for them to mix and create a homogeneous solution. So that was my little remedy to what you are seeing right now. Just don't over microwave it because I don't know if this container is microwave safe. So now I'm going to put in my MSM. MSM is a great supplement for hair growth because the scientific name for it is methanol sulfur methane, and it helps with strengthening the follicle and producing stronger hair. Because if you look at your hair on a molecular level, you will see that you have a lot of hydrogen bonds and sulfur bond, disulfide bonds. So increasing your intake of sulfur, if you're not getting it enough from your food, which you usually are, it will help strengthen your follicles and the hair shaft itself. So I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of this. I didn't have a funnel. I realized that this would get exceedingly messy if I didn't have some way to get this in the bottle. So now I'm done with almost everything and got my, now the MSM, it is not oil soluble. So what you're going to do is you're going to shake it really well, and eventually what is not absorbed into the oil is going to settle at the bottom. And you don't really have to shake it up after every use. The sulfur is going to get in there either way. But you can definitely alter how much sulfur you want to put in this recipe. I just went with 2 ounces because of the large quantity of oil that I was using. And now that I have everything, incorporated to my liking, well, my liking right then, I'm going to fill the last 2 ounces with olive oil. And then after that, this recipe is pretty much done. Now, this will probably take someone who isn't using a buttload of oils a lot less time. You just put 8 ounces of coconut oil or whatever, ratio of coconut oil to olive oil that you want. And then you put some biotin in it, and you put, your MSM, and then you're done. Now, I will be honest. You will probably look at the bottle of biotin and be like, oh, okay, I do not have time to sit here and squeeze the biotin out of all these liquid gels. In all honesty, when I just sat down and, watched some TV, anime, because I'm a nerd at heart, and I just sat there and I squeezed it out, and it only took me about 30 minutes. And that was me getting distracted and watching stuff too. So guys, it's not that big a deal to, you know, extract it. So guys, I hope you like this video. Make sure to subscribe for more great content, and like and